What's going on, everyone? So Dalton Knecht is in his rookie season, and as a drafted rookie, he was still looked at as the best ready-now prospect in the draft. Him and Zach Edey were up there, and Dalton Knecht was looked at as a guy that could make an immediate impact for the Lakers and play a role right out the gate, and actually provided a big need, which was shooting and just shot creation. Guy that could just go get a bucket in an array of ways. And so far, through 10 games, we have seen Dalton Knecht show flashes and signs of that. Now, we have to keep in mind that he is a rookie. He is going to have his ups and downs. He's going to have his roller coasters. He's going to have his great games. He's going to have his bad games. He's going to have his in-between games. He's going to have games where he looks unplayable out there. And he's going to have games where he looks like, man, this guy is clearly the future for the Lakers. But so far, he has really had his struggles. He has not been great thus far this season through the 10 games. So in 16.9 minutes of action, so basically 17 minutes per game, he is averaging 5.7 field goal attempts per game. He's shooting 38.6% from the floor. He is averaging 3.8 attempts from three-point range, so basically all but one shot. So he's pretty much solely taking threes. And he's shooting 28.9% from three-point range this season. 28.9%. It's not good at all by any stretch of the imagination. So far, he has taken a total of 38 threes, and he has made 11 of them. He is 11 of 38 from three-point range. From two-point range, he is He is shooting 57.9%. So basically 58% in total. He has made 11 two-pointers, which I think is interesting. So he's made 11 threes and 11 twos. And he's shooting 11 of 19 from two-point range. He has an EFG of 48.2%. He is actually 6 of 6 from the foul line in total. He's shooting 100% from the foul line, so that's good. He is averaging 1.8 rebounds, 1.1 assists. Will be nice to round up to half a steal, no blocks, half a turnover, one foul, and 6.1 points per game. Not ideal, right? Not efficient, not great. He's had his struggles, right? He's learning the game. He's learning the ropes. However, I do think that he is still our best chance at a significant turnaround of the bench. Obviously, adding D'Angelo Russell to the bench has done wonders for the Lakers bench thus far. Lakers were averaging 20 points per game. They were ranked 30th in bench points, bench production. And so to add a guy in D'Lo who first game gave you 18, second game he gave you 15, literally doubled the bench production overnight, right? So that is huge in and of itself. But you need more than just D'Angelo Russell giving you 15 to 18 points a night. You need other guys to be able to pick it up and consistently. And I've talked about how the Lakers need to lean into Dalton Knecht a little more. I'd like to see the Lakers run more action for him, right? He is mostly just floating around out there. He's just mostly just kind of used as almost like the bait to just draw somebody out or have somebody glued to him. And look, to his credit, teams are glued to him. Teams have guys literally attached to him at the hip because they know. And we've seen him in every step from college to summer league to preseason. We've seen that it only takes for him to hit one. All of a sudden he hits one, then he hits another, then he hits another. We've seen him go from being, 1 of 5, 1 of 6 to finishing, 4 of 10 or whatever, 5 of 10. And you're just like, wow, how did that happen? It's just like he just kept going, boom, 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 boom. So teams are weary, teams are cautious of Dalton Knecht, but he's got to keep hitting his strides, right? JJ Redick's talked about, if you're going to be a great shooter, you got to be comfortable going 0 of 12. Right? And even the commentator, and I think it was the last game, even kind of joked around about how that's funny because, Dalton Knecht, you don't want to see him go 0-12, you want to see him go 6-12, but JJ Redick is right, because he is, right? You got to have that shooter mentality. You've missed the next 10, but the next 10 are going in. You can't be afraid to shoot the basketball, which, to his credit, he's done a good job of getting shots up when he can, right? But we've also seen him force shots, right? It's like you'll see him. He had what was it? It was the Sun. I think it was the Suns game where he hadn't had a 3-point attempt yet, and we're like gaining momentum, heading in the right direction, and then he just no, it was the Cavs game. We were like, it was before they really pulled ahead. I think it was that. I think it was right. It was one of those games, right? One of the games we lost where we were trying to pull close. We were having a little momentum going, and then Dalton Knecht just takes this ill-advised 3 that hits the other side of the backboard, and you're just like, it's those kind of decisions that you're just like, yep, okay, he's a rookie, right? Shot selection is very important, buddy. And again, this isn't like a knock on him. You expected this. You expected him to have his struggles, his ups and downs, right? I was hoping he'd be shooting better than 28% from 3-point range. I wasn't expecting him to shoot 45% right out the gate. I don't think you can get a real fair assessment until we get 25, 30 games in. Right? Let him get another 3x the amount of games than what he's played, and really see what he can do, right? Before we just he's this, that, and the other, right? And to Laker Nation and Laker fandom's credit, right? Like, people have been really patient. People have been not patient at all about Max Christie. But Dalton Knecht, everyone's incredibly patient with, which, I understand people look at Max Christie, well, this is his 3rd year, but it is, but it isn't, right? Where Dalton Knecht, he's a true rookie, so it's okay, I get where that line is drawn, and that's fine. But, we need Dalton Knecht to kind of figure some stuff out sooner rather than later, right? It's the first 10 games, right? So I don't want there to be an overreaction. I don't want there to be something where it's oh no, Dalton Knecht's trash, he's a bust. Nothing like that. But you'd like to start to see him within the next 5 games or so start having that consistency, a little better. I do think he's around the corner. I don't know if it'll be the next game or 5 games from now, whatever, but I do think he's around the corner from having that standout game. I really do. I think he's I could see it as soon as the Memphis game, right? Where he has that game where he just goes off and he's feeling it, and he starts 3 for 3, and the Lakers just hopefully keep feeding the hot hand. I'm pretty confident he's going to have a game where he goes and gives you at least 15 to 20. I think he'll have a 15 to 20 point game this season. I think he'll have a couple. But it's also very possible he doesn't. But the Lakers also have to do a good job of utilizing him, putting him in position to have success. Right? It's easy to say, we need more consistency from him. But, the Lakers also have to make sure that they're doing their part. Right? Lakers need to make sure that they're actually getting him the basketball, giving him opportunity to, get attempts up to get a point total. Right? Kind of hard for a guy to, give you 20 when he's only getting 5 attempts, right? It's not easy to Dalton Knecht, we need you to give us, 25 this game. And it's okay, well, he's getting 6 field goal attempts. I mean, he'd have to go 100% from the floor. If he went 100% from the floor, say he didn't miss a shot, right? He's averaging, round up and say 4 threes a game. It's only 12 points. And then, say another 2, just to have an even 6. All right, it's another 4. You're talking 16 points. So he could shoot 100% from the floor every night. He'd give you, which 16 points, don't get me wrong, that'd be fantastic, especially from a rookie. But you get the point, right? He has to essentially be perfect to really have the impact that we need. And he'd have to be perfect essentially every night, which you're not going to get that from anybody. I mean, LeBron had one of the worst games we've seen from him in the last 20 years. Right? Not that long ago. In that Suns road game. Right? Games happen. Bad games happen. And that's LeBron, who he's, a robot. Right? Where you look at normal. I mean, look at like D'Lo and Reeves and Rui and these. I mean, you never know what D'Lo or Reeves or Rui is going to show up. Is it going to be the efficient one that, Rui that gives you 20-25? Is it the efficient D'Lo that's going to give you, 25-30? Is it the efficient Austin Reeves that's going to give you 25-30? Like, you don't even know game to game if those guys are going to step up, right? So, again, it's not a knock on Dalton Knecht. It's just an evaluation, based on the first 10 games. And, obviously defensively, he definitely needs to pick it up. The only reason I'm not like super critical on his defense yet is because, again, one, he's a rookie. Two, we're 10 games in, right? He's got to learn better positioning, better understanding. I mean, even the best rookies, ever have defensively have had their struggles and have had their missed assignments and, and gamble or, kind of, or out of position or, just end up making the wrong read or whatever. So, I can't get super on Knecht. He tries, he's active, right? He at least closing out. He's doing the things that you want to see from him. But you want to see him kind of do the other things besides scoring the basketball. Because right now, he's basically, unless he's giving you quality offensive production, he's giving you nothing else. He's giving you 2 rebounds, and that's me rounding it up. 1 assist, no blocks, half a steal, right? So, again, you're talking two rebounds and 1 assist is what he's giving you if he's not giving you points, right? So you need him to give you other things. He needs to find ways to impact the game in other manners, right? Rebounding the basketball, locking down defensively, right? Getting after it, using your effort, using your energy. Hey, my shot's not falling. I'm 0 of 3. That's fine. Let me go get a stop on this next play. Take the challenge. You're young. You want to prove yourself. Prove yourself on the defensive side. Take pride on the defensive end of the ball. But again, like I said, just first 10 games. Just kind of wanted to kind of have a little talk, go over it a little bit. And of course, I want to hear your thoughts and opinions. So let me know down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you feel like Knecht has been what you expected? Do you think like, no, he's been disappointing thus far? Do you think that like, hey, we'll be patient. We'll see how it evolves. We'll see what he does. Not fair to evaluate him yet. Again, however you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.